Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an old build that's returned to us. Actually, it never left. I've been driving this thing. It's our 2018 Ram Promaster City. I put an engine in it back a couple years ago and fixed, when the tire blew out, all the damage to the quarter. It's been my, well, kind of daily driver on and off for delivering parts and everything else. It's been a great vehicle, so I didn't want to get rid of it. It's been economical and reliable. And all that changed when I decided to install a Coyote in it. Now I know what you're thinking. Putting a Coyote in a Ram, those two don't really go together. And the installation was not really as difficult as you might think, although there are a few complications. So let's take a look at those and see if we can't get them fixed. Now all of the issues with the install seem to be isolated to this left front corner. When the Coyote installed itself, I don't think that it did all that much damage. It was mostly the Acme rocket that he was riding at the time. So it just took out a bunch of plastic. We got a bumper that's cracked. It looks like this bezel, the tab is broken off. Lower bumper valance, wheel liner got eaten up. All this was hanging down and the Coyote was hanging out inside here. And don't come at me in the comments, you know, I mean, the Coyote was fine. But, you know, you can't avoid them at 60 miles an hour. So this is not the worst part. I think we might have a broken headlight. We'll check that in a second. The worst part is all this plastic seemed to be stronger than our radiator and condenser. So we actually punched a hole in our AC condenser and broke a tab off our radiator. So we're gonna have to get that fixed because we have no air conditioning and it's starting to get hot out here. And I need my air conditioning. So let's see if this headlight's broken and figure out if we're gonna need anything else. What about that little guy?
Oh, that little guy? I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
That was not from the Coyote. That's what happens when you throw parts into the dump trailer and you miss and they bounce off the dump trailer and land on the car. Don't be lazy, kids. Walk it over to the trailer. Yep, we definitely have some broken tabs here. So we're gonna need a headlight. This one's broken here. And it looks like the one down there is broken. And the bulb is out as well. I'm not sure if you can see it, but right here, there's a little bit of an outie. Probably when the fender buckled a little bit, it just buckled this out, so a little PDR should probably take care of that. But just because it's hit up there, doesn't mean you don't look all over. It could have also been from the Coyote wedged up there. So we're definitely gonna make sure that we point that out to the insurance. Now it's a pretty easy repair. Actually, we already did a lot of it. We had that bumper off and our cooling out of there when we put our engine in it. Unfortunately, I only rebuild them once, unless it's a customer's car, and then I'll rebuild them as many times as possible. But when they're mine, I have insurance, and I'm going to go ahead and use it. $50 deductible on comprehensive is all I have, so I'm gonna pay $50 and let somebody else do the work. And then I'll let you take a look at it when it's all done, and maybe I'll sell it, or maybe I'll keep it. I really do enjoy driving this thing. I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but it does get decent gas mileage. It is super convenient to haul parts around in. So yeah, we might hang on to this one for a little while, but I guess everything's for sale for the right price. So I'll see you guys as soon as this is done. So our little minivan is back from the body shop and they took care of everything, including the dent in our hood, replaced all the plastic on the front end, and got rid of that nasty little dent that was in our fender. Actually, it wasn't too nasty, you could barely see it. But most important for this princess, we have working air conditioning again. So it looks pretty good. I'm very happy with the outcome. And guess what? They did it all with no drywall screws. So now we can go ahead and play a little game. How much do you think these repairs cost? Remember, this was an insurance pay, so it's gonna be a little more than you might think. Or maybe it's not. I'll let you know at the end of the video. Until then, you guys can guess down in the comments. I scheduled the repair on this thing for when I was going to be on vacation, because that's what people that plan ahead do. Oh no, my little brain is good for more than just movie quotes and song lyrics. It overanalyzes everything. So I scheduled this for when we were going on vacation on a road trip with the family, and it's 4 adults and 2 children, which are not going to fit in the Pizza's Girl RDX. So I used my rental car coverage for this thing to rent a minivan, so that the insurance company was paying for a portion of my rental car. I did get a nice rental. My rental car, and I'm not endorsing this, was actually a Kia Carnival minivan. It wasn't, well, as disappointing as I might have thought. It was actually a pretty decent car. It had plenty of power, plenty of room. I think I averaged 25 miles per gallon for the trip, and I put almost 3,100 miles on it, driving down to Florida and back. It had plenty of power for passing if you happen to be in the right lane, because I was in Florida, and the left lane is where everybody just seems to hang out and go under the speed limit. What's going on, Florida? Why can't you figure that out? So yeah, I was pretty impressed, and this is not an endorsement because I don't know how long it's going to last given Kia engine track records, but for the time I had it, it managed not to explode. And it was driven like a rental car. Now, we will be taking this show on the road quite literally, so I have some road trips planned for this van. But to avoid any unwanted coyote encounters along the way, I did purchase the Acme Coyote Eliminator 5000. So the 5000 has a few upgrades over its predecessor, the Acme Coyote Eliminator 4000. Mainly just the robust rope that is yet comically too small for the weight of the safe, and a little extra weight in the safe to result in a flatter Coyote and a smoother ride, thus resulting in less vehicular damage. So contact your insurance company to find out which Acme Coyote Eliminator is right for you. Okay, answer time. Did you guess $5,000 to repair a few dents, fix a bunch of plastic, and replace one little piece of aluminum? If you did, you're about $100 over. It's $4,900 to do this job. Now, we had a little fun in this video, but I do like to throw in a little education. So here's my education. This was all covered under comprehensive because it was an act of God. I hit an animal. And comprehensive, a lot of people don't have it, and it covers fire, theft, rocks in your windshield, coyotes running into your car, all that stuff. So check with your insurance agent. It might not cost you that much to have that on your car if you don't have it. And it might not cost you that much to have a very low deductible. If you need to replace one windshield, especially you people who live in Texas, it's definitely worth it. So there's my education. So our little Promonster is all ready to go. Well, almost. I need to make a few modifications so that it's practical for our trip. Now don't worry, I'm not gonna start living in my van. Things haven't gotten that bad yet. So I'll save all that for another video. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. Excuse me while I go respond to all the hate mail from PETA, who can't take a joke.
Slow up, no I don't take sh I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Beep, beep.